All right, here to turn the latest runway beauty trends into gorgeous everyday looks is makeup artist Bahar. And also, please welcome the three beautiful ladies from our audience today, Sarah, Sam, and Emma. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show today, sweetheart.
Thank you.
All right, so should the everyday person look at the magazines and look at the runways and all the makeup trends that are happening? Should they look at those runways for inspiration?
Absolutely. That's the key thing the key word to keep in mind, inspiration, because the runway show is very dramatic. It's heavy. Extra makeup is applied because people in the back have to see what's going on too.
Absolutely.
And what we do in our everyday life is much more toned down. So you want to also make sure you're taking inspiration and making it work for your face shape, your eye shape, your lip shape, and so on and so forth.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk to, now we have Sarah here. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Good to see you. So we're going to talk about the powerful lip that's out there. There's a strong, bright lip on the runways.
Exactly, and I'm glad you said that as well. It's not a color, it's a type of a tone. So strong, bright lip, and that means we can use a fuchsia. So we have this beautiful fuchsia colored lip, and we also have this lovely orange one that you're seeing right now.
Right.
And that is really undone, really fresh, really bold, and it's easy, really easy to do.
So that makes it part of the trend.
Exactly.
The fact that it's sort of undone. It's not like really like, it's not like drawn in perfectly.
Exactly. The tips for getting this look are especially like throw out your lip brush, throw out your lip liner, and use your finger.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Because you're saying you're not even going to use the lipstick itself. You're just going to put the product on your hand.
Exactly. I'm warming this up on my hand. The reason one of the main reasons I'm using my finger as well, it's warming up the product.
Okay.
And what that does is it helps it spread around a lot easier.
Perfect. Okay.
As well as it lends to that whole undone look.
Right.
So I'm just going to have you open your mouth a tiny bit. There we go.
So it gives you almost like an effortless look, and it's easy to do. I guess if you're on the subway and you're bouncing around, you're okay to do this, right?
Exactly. There's no need. Don't worry about like where you're going to pull over and stop and apply your makeup.
Who pulls over? I see a lot of people still driving while they're putting it on. Okay.
Dangerous. PSA. That's not a good idea. And I want you to notice as well what I'm doing here is I'm pushing the product into the lip. And what that's doing as well is it's going to create a stain effect, which means it's going to last a little bit longer.
What about the rest of the face with this particular look? There's a bright lipstick going on. It's a bit carefree. Does that mean the rest of the face is going to have that carefree look?
Exactly. The only things you want to do are have your eyebrows maybe shaped, maybe tiny bit of mascara, and maybe some concealer. The rest is just easy breezy. It's kind of like a Parisian-inspired look. French women know how to do makeup because they're not sitting there for an hour being precise and being so distinct on everything. It's carefree. It's putting on a little bit of color and going.
And it makes it easy. Thanks so much for being with us. Good job. Beautiful lips. Hi, Sam. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so what are we going to talk about with Sam? What's the trend that we're talking about
This is all about minimal makeup or that natural glowy skin look. And the ironic thing is that you still need makeup to get this look.
So we were seeing it on the runways and we saw a lot of it.
Yes.
But it does take makeup to get this.
Absolutely. The first shot we're looking at is from Bottega Veneta. It's a beautiful focus on a glowy skin look. The next shot is from Ralph Lauren, who always does a really natural look really well. The key to this is that it looks so polished and clean. It's appropriate for daytime. It's appropriate for the office if you have a really strict office that you work in or work conservative. But it's also great for the weekend, you know, if you're hanging out with your girlfriends or something like that. And it's easy to accomplish.
You've got to really even out the skin tone of your skin, but you also want to have almost a dewy finish.
Exactly.
A natural dewy finish.
Exactly. So not too much powder. And the keys that we're doing here, we're using a primer.
Okay.
Or we did use a primer.
Yeah.
Concealer.
Yeah.
As well as you want to use discreet highlighting. And I'm going to show you what that is.
Let's get to the discreet highlighting. So you still want to show off your features, but not with color.
That's exactly it.
Okay.
Most highlighting is shimmery and really excessive. We don't want to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure our eyebrows are in place. That's important. Okay. So we have actually done the rest of the face.
And what's the product that you like to do that?
This is actually from Benefit. It's called Gimme Brow.
Okay.
This is a wonderful volumizing brow gel. So it adds color and it holds the girls in place, your eyebrows in place.
Lay it down and calm it down. Great stuff. Okay.
So we've got our brows in place. The discreet highlighting, the key here is not to use something with shimmer. So I'm actually using a lip balm.
Okay.
This is a clear...
You're using a lip balm on her cheeks.
Exactly.
Where on her face? Just the cheeks?
I will show you. I'm going to put it on the top of the cheekbone.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you turn your head slightly this way. That's perfect.
Right.
And just like you would put your shimmering highlighter, I'm just going to apply the gloss because the reason that the gloss makes it look a little bit more natural is that it looks dewy. And I'm going to put a tiny bit down the center of the nose and then this is a really small amount too. Tiny bit on the chin, but you'll notice if the light catches this, that's where you're getting
forehead, top of nose, cheeks, chin, and just get that dewy look.
It's dewy,
easy. Don't go with a pretty bright lipstick, right? Thanks so much. All right, let's get over here. Hi, Emma. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, our viewers are so beautiful. I have to say, you girls look like models. So we're talking smoky eye over here. It's a little bit different. We're seeing it all over the runways. Let's have a look at some shots of that.
Absolutely. This first one is from Versace. Beautiful, especially for that woman who has a monolid, an Asian woman who has a monolid. You could do a smoky eye and not go so heavy.
Yeah.
The next one is a great inspiration photo. This is from Cavalli.
You got to be careful. You really want to be going out on a very special evening or just tone it down a little bit.
Exactly. You could do this in a gray or a brown and maybe pull it off for the daytime, because if it's not too dark, then it's not so severe.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's think about that for the daytime.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing is we've applied a creamy pencil. I'm going to just touch up a little bit here on this side. Just a tiny bit of a creamy pencil. And
so is it an eyeliner pencil that's very creamy, or is it a creamy eyeshadow pencil?
You can use either.
Okay.
Because there's no hard and fast rules here.
And it feels like it's not really like, paint by numbers. This is sort of loose and easy going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just making some dashes. There's no precision here.
Yeah.
I'm just buffing it out with this smudgy brush. And then the key is you're going to want to add eyeshadow on top.
Okay.
And what that's going to do is it's going to hold that eyeliner in place.
Perfect.
And also diffuse that eyeliner.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going for with a smoky look. You're going for diffusion. Also, just so you know, don't be too worried. It's makeup. If it looks a little bit messy, that works with the trend. If you don't like how it looks, wipe it off. It's okay.
Do you want to be a little bit careful of that eyeshadow falling on below the eyeline on the bottom?
You can. One of the key things, look up as a makeup artist, thank you, is that you want to use your concealer maybe afterwards.
Nice idea.
It cleans up all that little bits of color.
Yeah.
Or you can also place a tissue just along the side of the face.
Perfect.
Hold it down and then apply your makeup and remove your
Great
tissue.
tips on getting those runway looks right to your reality, right to your front door, so you can go out and enjoy them.
Exactly.
Beautiful job. Thank you so much. Thanks to all our girls. Nice to see you all here today. Thank you so much, honey. You're flawless.